Hello, it's Smoke Joe Gamer again. Another episode of Holiday Buying Guide 2024. And once again, today is December 30th. So I had some free time today, and there were just more games I wanted to cover for this series. So I'm just trying to knock them out as fast as I can without sacrificing the quality too much. So
My sons, can you hear me?
let's load this one up.
Mother, is that you? Where are you?
Okay.
What are we waiting for? Let's go.
So this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. I don't think that matters. Mono. Yeah, whatever. Alright. So, I'm just going to jump into this game real quick. I'm just going to try to do one complete run. So I'm just going to play till I die, basically. I have one completed run so far. And we're going to see how far I can get here. So the thing with this game is, it actually came out in 2023 on Apple Arcade, but nobody has Apple Arcade. Nobody played it. So the reason I decided to cover it is because it got ported to Switch, Steam, and Epic Game Store a few months ago, I think back in like August. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's cover it. Now that it's on three platforms that people actually care about, especially the Switch, like, let's play it. So this is the Switch version, as you can see. Graphics are fine, you know, considering it's ported over, you know, as a mobile game. You know, it's an iOS port. You know, frame rate could be a little better, visuals could be a little sharper, but what are you going to do? There's actually... there's not... Okay, I thought there was, like, a different graphics mode you could do. Maybe they changed that. But yeah, turning off those features doesn't seem to be making much of a difference with the performance. And it just makes it look ugly. So, that's fine. I mean, this is 1080p. So to be honest, I kind of wish I had waited, because the Switch port came out first, and I just bought it right up. And then it got ported to PC, and it was like, oh man. I kind of wish I had waited. I did play this on my iPhone 15 Pro and on the Mac Mini with the M2 chip. It looks and performs much better than the Switch version does. But again, it's still a fun game, and you got co-op. So I'm going to play as Raphael. He's my favorite turtle in this game. So, I mean, for all intents and purposes, this game came out this year. You know, if you want to get technical about it, fine. But I managed to beat the final boss once, and this is basically a Hades clone with turtles, and that's fine. You know? Instead of just playing as Zagreus all the time and just picking different weapons, now you have 4 different turtles with very different playstyles and unique abilities. And of course, the object of the game is to try to save Shredder. I don't want to have too many story spoilers. So, but just like in Hades, you get special currencies to get permanent upgrades. So this is one of the better roguelikes I've played for that reason.
Talk about increasing my profits.
You know, you get meaningful upgrades between runs, and it's not brutally difficult. At least not until you get to the 4th biome. So let me just do one run, just so you can see what the game is all about. And I believe the game is still on sale on Steam and Epic, because they still have their holiday sales going on.
Ain't scared of nothing down here.
Okay. And so you can see, at the end of each room, you get a new ability, and you have different types of elements, and you can get rerolls and stuff like that. But, I'm going to do that one. So Raphael has very high DPS, high critical hit chance, critical hit damage. He probably has the highest, like, single target damage in the whole game. I mean, of the 4 turtles anyways. And I happen to think Donatello's the worst of the 4. Michelangelo is good with AoE and crowd control. and Leonardo gets the Master Strike at the end of his combo. So he does a lot of damage if you can do the full combo, but Raphael is just shredding their health with his critical hits. So you use scrap to spend at the shop during each run, and that does not carry over to future runs, of course. But yeah, if you liked Hades and you like Turtles, get this game. But that having been said, you can see just it's a little blurry, a little pixelated, a little slow on the Switch, so if you've got a decent computer, you may just want to play it on there. But, you know, on Apple Arcade, you can't buy it, you have to subscribe, so it's good to have, you know, these ports that you can actually just buy outright and not have to keep paying a subscription fee. Like I said, though, this was already designed as an iOS, like, mobile game, so you're not going to need a beast of a computer to run it if you want to get the PC version instead. I'll take the dragon coins, why not?
I offer you
and this is the thing. So, because I beat the game once, now, just like in Hades, they're like, hey, great job, you know, doing your first run, but you got to keep going to get the rest of the story. I don't know how many more times I have to do this, but you know, it's a fun game, especially when you have a friend to play with. In two-player, it's a lot easier, so think of it like Hades with co-op. You know, imagine if Hades had co-op. That would be freaking awesome, right? So if you die, but your co-op partner makes it to the end of the stage, then you revive. So that actually makes the runs a lot easier. But on my first successful run, I think it maybe took either 30 minutes or 45 minutes, so it can take a while. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, though. This is a minor spoiler that you get this, you know, new feature when you clear your first run. So you get harder rooms with better rewards. So then you can see what Raphael does. He has this kind of burst attack, and he can throw a chain to pull enemies towards him, which can be helpful. But just like in Hades, it's mostly you just keep mashing the dodge button, the attack button, and you're good, you know? Doesn't take too much intelligence or skill to play. The real challenge is in picking a good build based on the choices they give you, which aren't always optimal.
Well done, son.
So, extra rewards if you can get through the harder rooms. Okay, and then you get your turtle powers. So, yeah. So you can get one of the other turtles' unique abilities, which is nice. Yeah, there's a female character, you never see her face, but she talks to you sometimes, and she's the one providing these tougher challenges. And what I really like about this game, though, is that it's got kind of its own story and art style. You know? Like, Shredder's Revenge was great because it was an homage to the 90s cartoon series and the old arcade games. But what I like about this is that it's got a story and an art style that's totally different from the other Turtles franchises and series and all that. So, yeah. And what I found is that it's usually good to play to your turtle's strengths instead of trying to compensate for their weaknesses. Like, I picked Michelangelo's Inspiration because now his basic attacks are going to do more damage. The size doesn't really matter because he's still not hitting like more than one or two people at a time. But because he's already got a high attack speed, high DPS, I thought, gee, let's increase his critical hit chance and his damage even further. So, yeah, I find that Raphael is a lot of fun to play. Despite having the most limited range and radius of attack, he has the highest single target damage, highest critical hit chance, highest DPS. Yeah, and here's the thing. So here are his masteries. So that's a fun one. That makes bosses die that much quicker. So. Of course, he's the one that I cleared my first run with. And then you can swap out your artifact anytime you want. Which artifact do I have right now? Oh, okay, yeah, increased dodge chance, so that's fun. So here's the shop. Yeah, let's get some health back.
It ain't
Why not?
exactly Rupert's, but it'll do.
I'm gonna re-roll. Alright, I guess I'll do that. So,
On the menu.
I've got increased critical hit chance, I've got increased critical hit damage.
Time for that invisible lady who's always talking to us to put her money where her mouth is.
Yeah, and then you got your little
Another challenge.
snarky quips, which are fun. I tried to do the harder version of this fight, and it's too hard, I died. Because normally, he ends up knocking out the rats that he summons, but in the tougher version of this fight, there's more rats, and he doesn't kill them, so... And sometimes you get lucky, and this is just a one-phase fight. But just watch out for the ooze. And see how he kills the rats. That doesn't happen on the tougher version of this stage. But this is a great game. It's not too difficult. It's got co-op, so it's appropriate for kids, definitely. And of course it's appropriate for adults who watched the 1987 series when they were children and played all of the Turtles games. Even the ones that weren't very good. When I was a kid, I went to Pizza Hut, I got the pizza, I played the arcade game. I played Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo. And last year, I think I covered the Cowabunga collection, which I still recommend fans of those games and Turtles, but again, people who didn't really grow up with it might struggle, because those are difficult games. Okay. And when you've managed to clear the biome, you get some health back. And when you get to the first room of the next biome, that's when you get a more powerful inspiration upgrade. So, really great game. I really love this game. Definitely worth buying. Especially now that it's on platforms that people actually care about. Now that you can actually buy it. See, what's great about Game Pass and PlayStation Plus is that you can still buy the games. Apple Arcade is like, nope, you just gotta pay us forever. So, I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, Leonardo gets to use his special twice, and he gets the Master Strike, so... His whole shtick is you've gotta hit them with the entire combo to really maximize his damage. And again, Michelangelo has the taunt, and he's got very wide area of effect, so he's great for crowd control. But Donatello's the only one I really struggle with, even though he can heal himself at the start of each encounter, even though he has a tool that lets him, you know, block all incoming damage for like 2 seconds. I'm just not that good with him. He's slow, low DPS. Yeah. So. Alright. I'll just increase my dodge chance even more, along with the artifact that I have, so... And just like in Hades, once you can, like, get to that 4th biome, then the first 3 get easier, and you know, you get stronger between each run when you spend your coins. So, I like that the game just gets progressively easier until you're finally able to beat it. Like, when I first played Hades, I think it took me 90 runs before I could finally beat it. So it's a matter of just synergizing the abilities that it gives you, just learning to do the best with what you have. Yeah, so. And you'll probably recognize some of the voice actors in this game too. Now it would be nice if you could play as like April, Casey Jones, you know. It be nice if they did some DLC and added more characters, but it's okay. It might have gotten some free updates before getting ported out. So, this is a game I was going to record a playthrough of back when I had Apple Arcade when I first got my Mac Mini, but just didn't get around to doing it. It was kind of cumbersome. I don't want to improve the turtle line. That's no good. I'm gonna do this.
Another challenge.
Oh no.
Stockman trashing his own work? Typical.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is the thing. Sometimes the game kind of turns into a bullet hell. And I don't know how they expect me to get any damage in without getting murdered. Yeah, the laser mousers are a pain in the ass. So far, this run just took a dark turn, and that is the nature of roguelikes, unfortunately. Now, I always thought this would be a fun game to like live stream, and I just never got around to doing it. And like I said, the game is a lot more fun if you have a friend to play with. And you have split screen and online co-op, by the way. So. There we go. Alright. So, not doing too badly. I want a turtle power. Turtle power! Periodically deal one Ultram. Utram. Ultram is like lightning. I don't know why they called it that. I'm gonna do that.
I got alternating currents to go with my alternating fist. I guess we gotta go see this guy.
Yeah. There's the chairman, so hopefully I can get some health back.
Better have something good this time.
Now, if you save up a lot of scrap, then there's a shop right before the final boss where you can get like an extra revive and stuff. So I'm at a point where I have 2 revives, which is why I'm not too worried.
The ranch dressing?
I'm gonna pick that. Yeah, that looks cool. Alright. Oh, and I'll get another lucky dice so I can do a reroll later. Okay.
Until we meet again.
Oh, that's cool. I like that better than the grappling hook. I've never gotten that upgrade before, so I'm still seeing new things in this game. But like I said, it doesn't take that long to be able to clear your first run. And you just keep getting more upgrades until you can do it. So. That's how roguelikes should be, though. I'm not a fan of the roguelikes that don't give you any upgrades. Like, I hated Returnal because it was too hard for me, and it never got easier. There were no, like, health upgrades or damage upgrades, you know? It's like, that's not fun. Who designed that? Whatever you say, Raph. But you have to play as each turtle because some of the upgrades require an item that you get for beating the second boss. Or the third boss, even. So, like, basically you want to just keep playing over and over again as different turtles to be able to get all the items you need to buy all the upgrades. That's all. When you defeat the second boss, you get a red, purple, orange, or blue item, depending on which turtle you're playing as. That's what I mean.
I'm not in trouble. You are. Out of here.
Because I really should have gotten some practice in before doing this video, because I'm a little rusty.
A challenge.
No.
Let's get this boat part done. Boats. Don't know if I'll ever like them.
Well, you have no need for boats when you can swim, huh, turtle boy?
We're back.
And I will
So Karai is the second boss, and this is her fire variant, which is extremely difficult.
efforts are futile.
Hopefully I can get some dash abilities to really synergize with that
Karai, take it from the
smoke bomb.
serious.
Oh no, now she's Shadow Crow. Oh god, why? Why?
Now we're talking.
Yeah, so I just revived.
Overwhelming darkness.
Yeah. And that's why I picked that ability of Raph's. So any enemy that gets below 10% health just
Never gets
dies.
old. But swimming in this bay
And that's
just
very helpful against bosses, let me tell you. So you see I just got a red amulet thing.
It ain't exactly Rupert's, but it'll do.
Alright. That's the second biome. Alright. Phew. This is the third video I'm doing today. So I just wanted to knock them out before the end of the year. But I can tell you this is currently on sale on Steam until January 2nd and possibly Epic Game Store until the 14th, I think. I want to get some dash abilities to synergize with that smoke bomb. Although I will swap that out with something better as it comes along. But like I said, you just gotta do the best you can with what they offer you.
Don't have lightning.
I have extra dash charges and I get them back when I defeat enemies, which is good. I think the extra dodge chance is a good idea. Maybe I can survive a bit longer. We're gonna see. Alright.
I'm about to find out I ain't a scared little mouse.
I'll take the scrap. Make sure I
Time to
can.
put this junk to good use.
Yeah, I want to make sure I can
For
heal.
my multicolored friends, welcome.
Got my eye on you.
Yeah, and sometimes if you go over here, you get a bunch of boxes. You might get some extra scrap. Okay. Restore 144 health. Yes,
It ain't exactly
please.
Rupert's,
Thank
but it'll
you.
do.
I want this. Alright, cool.
Until we meet again.
Sometimes enemies drop pizza. That's one of the upgrades you can increase the probability on. Yeah. But the game also does start giving you tougher enemies on future runs, so for the most part the game gets easier on each run, but sometimes you get tougher enemies too.
A challenge. Should
No.
you accept it?
I'm not doing
This
it.
is what you call a crossroads.
Oh wait, the foot soldiers are trying to kill him. Oh, you know what? Go for it, guys. Yeah, because there's two factions here. There's the Foot Clan, but also I guess Baxter Stocksman is the mayor. And he's employing his mousers as like police officers. Sort of. I don't know. It's weird. And Casey Jones shows up. And then Slash shows up.
We don't stop.
But you know, this is one of the good roguelikes where even your failed runs are still meaningful because you're just going to get some currency to put towards upgrades, so I never feel like I'm wasting my time in this game, which is what I like about it, you know? And that's how Hades was too. So this may not have that same level of storytelling, of course, but it's Turtles. I mean, it's fine. You know the story. I keep giving myself health upgrades because my health is just getting dangerously low.
Stockman's as sucky at making mousers as he is at being mayor.
I just love the little clips too. But, you know, it's the same ones over and over again, so it does get boring hearing the same clips over and over again.
That's some spicy trash.
Yeah, and then, see, once his shield was gone, he went down in one hit. So, shield enemies are annoying. I like the music in this game. I think it's fun. I guess I'll do this because I'm really low on health. Maybe I'll capitalize on that, right? Why not? Seems like a good idea. But just look at how many critical hits I'm getting. It's wild, so... This is his strength. You just go all out and just shred their health as fast as you can.
Watch the ranged attacks getting close. Whacking mousers is becoming like second nature. Oh yeah.
Phew. Okay. I'll take more scrap so I can hopefully get a healing item in this next...
Finally,
merchant.
on his scrap around.
I'm always tempted to be like Charon's shop.
Something good this time.
And I haven't played Hades 2 yet, because just as a general rule, I don't like to play like early access games. So that's why I didn't cover that game this month.
Dragon coin for the win. What don't kill me makes me stronger.
We have received a gauntlet challenge.
How cute. You two.
Yeah, and then you gotta fight Bebop and Rocksteady at the same time. This phase ends when one of them gets down to 50%, just so you know.
Blast this spot, Rock!
We think the same, Pop.
I know you's to do it!
Here's where we run like the wind.
But then, this is what you gotta do between phases. This boss fight
Like
is
turtles in a barrel here.
bullshit.
Watch out for lasers. Shield is blocking the way.
And the next one is even harder, believe it or not. You probably already know who it is, huh?
How many of these we gotta take down? Jolt of lightning. Don't let those yahoos out of sight.
Yeah,
I'm not in
ugh,
trouble.
this
You
is so
are.
fucking hard. Took me so many tries to get past these two, let me tell you.
You're right, B. Someone up top's gonna have to have a chat with the mayor about this. Right now, we have double teamed some traitors. Cage fight. That's my style.
Jesus Christ. And that's the thing, like I said, it can kind of turn into like a bullet hell game, and you just keep getting hit, and there's just nothing you can do about it. You know? I was actually hoping they would do more of the live-action Turtles movies. Ah! I thought I was gonna get him without dying again. Oh well.
Time to whip up some more bacon and lettuce for Brains Knuckles sandwiches.
So like I said, I'm gonna keep playing until I die. This is just one run. And 2024 is the year this came out on a system that people actually care about.
Once Sensei's back, I'm coming for that portal guy.
Ah, interesting. You know what? I'm gonna pick that. Reroll. So this fourth biome is just really difficult. It's really tough enemies with a lot of health. Unfortunately, I didn't get any upgrades that would help get rid of their shields, you know? Like, you can do extra damage to shields if you pick the right upgrade. And then you also have, like, damage over time builds if you get, like, Shadow or Ooze abilities.
Think you're a ninja? Oh, yeah. Find a better gig.
At least the shield guys go down quick once the shield is gone. So that's good. Oh, let me do that.
Ride the lightning.
Oh! Sometimes you get a second selection.
I got alternating currents to go with my alternating fists.
Alright. So I don't think I'm going to be able to win this run, but
Can't take us on the
at least
road.
now you see what the game is all about. With some minor spoilers, but
You just said these
you know,
guys, metal
it's
brain, I'm good on
not a very long game. Oh yeah, and sometimes mouse or robot enemies show up to help you. hit very hard. They're not going to do everything for you. That would be too easy, right?
Gonna make the most of it. About to give Mr. Mouser 2.0 the old Wrath 1-2.
Miss.
Stockman's as sucky at making Mousers as he is at being mad.
Yeah, see, we already heard that quip. It's funny, but, you know, the 10th time you hear it, it's just like, oh.
I'm not in trouble. You are.
Oh, jeez, yeah. So in the 4th biome, it's tricky because this is what happens. You get these enemies who just destroy you. Yep, so I'm dead. There it is. Oof.
Let's see you bozos get that lucky again.
Alright. So now I can try to buy some upgrades. Let's see what we got here. None of these are really that interesting. Sure, more health, why not? Sure, why not? Okay, so there you go. That is TMNT, Splintered Fate, a Hades clone with turtles. I think it's a very good game, and it's reasonably priced. I think you can get it for 25 or 30 bucks. So, and there is online and local co-op. Great game for the kids, especially on Switch. So, I'm just going to go in here real quick. So here's potential spoiler here. I'm just going to show you the run that I won. So, yeah. So it took 30 minutes to clear my first complete run, and those are the upgrades that I had picked, and I think I was playing as Raphael. Yeah, so here it is. So the irony is that in this run, I got 2 extra revives, and then I didn't end up needing them. But this is a spoiler, sorry, but you fight Shredder at the end, I mean, why wouldn't you? But he's not the main villain, we find out. So, yeah, you beat him, but still gotta figure out what happened to Splinter, and, you know? So there you go. So there's it. That's it. That is Splintered Fate. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next year. Bye.